Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, astronaut Scott Kelly returns to Earth after 1 year in space. American legend HP Cub is ready for the airshow circuit. Blue Origin rocket engine will soon replace the Russian RD-180 engine. I'm Bree Cross. It's March 3rd, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. NASA astronaut and Expedition 46 commander Scott Kelly and his Russian counterpart returned to Earth on Tuesday after a historic 340-day mission aboard the International Space Station. NASA Administrator Charles Bolden said in part, quote, "Scott Kelly's one-year mission aboard the International Space Station has helped to advance deep space exploration and America's journey to Mars." Kelly and his Russian counterpart specifically participated in a number of studies to inform NASA's journey to Mars, including research into how the human body adjusts to weightlessness, isolation, radiation, and the stress of long-duration spaceflight. Kelly's identical twin brother, former NASA astronaut Mark Kelly, participated in parallel twin studies on Earth to help scientists compare the effects of space on the body and mind down to the cellular level. In addition to performing numerous duties, studies, and experiments, Kelly saw the arrival of 6 resupply spaceships, and he ventured outside the space station for 3 spacewalks during the time he spent on the space station. With the end of this mission, Kelly now has accumulated 520 days in space, the most among U.S. astronauts. In this report, we'll start with a riddle. Is it possible to have a 5,000-foot runway and a 30-foot runway exist on the same airport, occupying the same space at the same time? The answer is yes, if Greg Koontz is landing his Super Legend HP Cub on top of a specially equipped pickup truck that is speeding down the 5,000-foot runway. The American Legend Aircraft Company announced the successful testing of a new Super Legend HP aircraft to be used in the Greg Koontz Airshow flying routine. Pilot and performer Greg Koontz concluded the test of the Super Legend by successfully landing the aircraft on top of a modified pickup truck as it sped down the runway. The new Super Legend will be the featured aircraft in Greg Koontz's Alabama Boys World's Smallest Airport Airshow Act. The 180 horsepower Super Legend HP is a stock aircraft that has a couple of custom features for its airshow routine. The Legend Cub and Super Legend will be on display at the Sun and Fun Fly-In in Lakeland, Florida, April 5th through the 10th. After the break, ULA working with Blue Origin for a new rocket engine.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, our website or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. The Air Force has entered into a public-private partnership with United Launch Alliance and Blue Origin to develop a new rocket propulsion system to power ULA's Vulcan launch system. This means their launch vehicle will be powered by an American-made engine rather than the Russian RD-180 engine. ULA has been investing in the development of the Vulcan rocket for more than a year. This agreement will enhance the company's progress to integrate the BE-4 engine with the Vulcan launch vehicle. Development of the BE-4 engine has been underway for more than 4 years, and testing of the BE-4 components is ongoing at Blue Origin's test facilities in West Texas. The engine is fully funded by Blue Origin with investment by ULA and offers the fastest path to a domestic alternative to the RD-180. Development is on schedule to achieve qualification for flight in 2017 to support the first Vulcan flight in 2019. It's Thursday, which means that it's time for an Aero Community Update. 2 weeks ago, we announced the latest addition to ANN's exciting Airborne Innovation Preview series, which will debut as the Sun and Fun Innovation Preview just a few days ahead of this year's fly-in that runs April 5th through the 10th. We're calling this the SF-IP-16. Here are some of the details based on past experience of the impact it can make. ANN's Jim Campbell says that the AIP program has been one of the most gratifying projects ANN has ever undertaken, and that over 64,000 viewers have watched the combined 2-hour programs from Oshkosh 2015 so far. Jim adds that those views have been impressive for such a comprehensive program that requires the viewer to commit serious time and effort into pursuing the latest wonders of the Aeroverse. He said he is particularly pleased to be bringing this effort to Lakeland and has enjoyed working with the Sun and Fun team to build a new working relationship based on a mutual desire to promote an aviation future that offers opportunity and access for all. This groundbreaking, professionally produced program could feature your products or innovations and will be distributed by Sun and Fun, EAA, ANN, Aero-TV, and a number of others to be named shortly. It will be made available to numerous media outlets for distribution in the hours before the advent of Sun and Fun 16 in order to build greater anticipation, buzz, and to further cement fly-ins like Sun and Fun as the backbone of aviation innovation in the Aeroverse. Slots for this year's SFIP 16 are filling quickly. For those interested in participating in this year's program, requests must be made to ANN's executive producer Jim Campbell as soon as possible. After these messages, the TSA restricts service to small airports.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The TSA has indicated that they will reconsider their decision to deny Salina, Kansas's request to federalize the Salina Regional Airport. However, they want public funds to be used to reimburse the TSA's costs. The U.S. Congress is working to address this issue. Sikorsky has announced a program that will enable operators to upgrade their S-76C Plus aircraft to the S-76C Plus configuration. The upgrade increases performance capabilities by expanding the aircraft's mission envelope to S-76C Plus profiles. This announcement came at the Heli Expo 2016. A group of citizens in Greenport Village, New York, at the tip of Long Island, is organizing against a proposed helipad in the area. They say construction of the helicopter landing zone will negatively affect the quality of life and property values in the area. General Atomics Aeronautical Systems has conducted the first flight of a Predator BMQ-9 Reaper extended long-range wing drone. The long wing, retrofitted, provides greater internal fuel capacity, additional hard points for carrying external stores, and other advanced features. A campaign is underway in the UK to restore a 1959 Druine Turbulent that is the only single-seat airplane known to have been flown by a member of the royal family. The little sport plane was flown in 1959 by His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. Well, that's the trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. Colorado airshow enthusiasts are going to find their options limited this summer after the cancellation of both Rocky Mountain Airshows for 2016. Television station KUSA reports that shows scheduled for the Aurora Reserve and the Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport have been canceled for this year. In Aurora, city officials said they were having a difficult time getting organizers on board and scheduling meetings. There were issues with the inaugural show at Aurora Reserve last year, and thousands of those that bought tickets were unable to get into the show because of traffic congestion. There were different issues at the Rocky Mountain Metro Airport. The director there said attendance was down at last year's show. The poor attendance in 2015 led to the cancellation of the 2016 show, a mutual decision on the part of the airport and the airshow's producer. Both airshows were organized by Colorado Sport Aviation. Well, that's our program for today. Remember to get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. Please join us and a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news from the staff of the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive news and information resource.